Which conspiracy theory is so believable that it might be true? Michael Jackson was chemically castrated by his father to preserve his soprano singing voice, which was the source for his infatuation with children. All rocks are soft until you go to touch them. That there are hundreds of companies that operate tens of thousands of Reddit accounts each. They have been auto-regging these accounts for years, use scripts to auto-post and comment, and have humans that shift through all the accounts to make various comments to maintain these accounts. These companies have the ability to control and gain their way to the front of Reddit. Huge brands use them, special interest groups use them, political parties use them. It's not a conspiracy, it's a real thing. The ballistic missile threat that was sent to Hawaiian cell phones saying, "Seek shelter, this is not a drill," that was later deemed a mistake, was a real missile that was intercepted before impact. Dyson purposefully made the cable shorter over time just before announcing the cordless version. My DC01 has a 12mm flex. My DC14 has a 6.5mm flex. They purposefully made the flex shorter to be an inconvenience and make people want the cordless version. Darth Jar Jar was 100 planned and hinted at in TPM, but the sheer amount of hatred for the character made Lucas back down. I actually wish he went through with the original vision. The rich orchestrated the recession back in 2008 to take advantage of the market. Memes about the NSA and other spy programs are encouraged by the very agencies spying on us, to twist the idea into the absurd and to humanize their agents. Miley Cyrus's crazy streak was all a carefully planned marketing scheme to get her solidified as an A-list celebrity. The Vatican holds horrible dark secrets and many answers to existential questions. And that Area 51 is a publicity stunt by the government to hide the real testing facility. YouTube in a mobile browser is so shitty so they can force you to use the app and not use an ad blocker. Some organization group of people wanted all the Kennedys dead for some reason. X200B. Edit: the term conspiracy theory and its poor connotation was created by the US government specifically for skeptics of the official JFK assassination story. Just felt I should put that out there. Long John Silver's is some kind of money laundering scheme on the basis that they have been open for as long as I can remember, but I have also literally never seen a busy Long John's. Toxic delusion that I ironically entertain. Perhaps. The president of the Philippines, Duterte, is very anti-drugs to hide his own involvements with drug cartels off which he makes billions. That the CIA post this question every time so they know what the general public suspect. Apple started the meme about AirPods being expensive as a marketing ploy. The value of expensive art is just as a pseudo-currency for rich people to subtly buy drugs or other illicit things. Cops go on ways and leave random police sightings to cause people to slow without actually having to stay and check on people. I don't have time to type it all out right now, but the entire situation surrounding the construction and operation of DIA Denver International Airport is strange, even by non-conspiracist standards. Have fun in the rabbit hole. The recommended food pyramid is created by the FDA. But the FDA is funded by a lot of certain food industries, poultry, dairy, etc. They in turn made the recommended nutrition based off of their funding by these companies, and not based on a well-balanced diet. Kennedy was killed by the CIA. I would never trust the CIA, definitely not 60s CIA. The government experiments on the mentally insane because no one will believe someone with that kind of medical history. The Reddit search function is intentionally bad or not purposely bad, but they know how to fix it but refuse to encourage more new posts. There's a huge conspiracy among the wealthy and elite to kidnap and rape children. We've gotten close to it: Epstein, Jimmy Savile, the decades of credible rumors out of Hollywood. In recent years with Me Too and the congressional harassment epidemic, one would hope the real story can come out. The Phantom Cosmonaut Conspiracy. Pretty much, the short story is that Yuri Gagarin is not the first man to go to space but the first one to go and come back alive. It just seems like a USSR thing to do. The oil and coal industries invested heavily in killing off nuclear power as an attractive alternative. These days we have reactor designs many times safer than other methods of generating power, and the waste issue is something that could be fixed with sufficient investment. Multiple football World Cups have been influenced either by governments hosting them, or other entities out for their own gain. 2002 South Korea, Japan and 1978 in Argentina are the two most obvious ones that come to mind. That Big Bread paid toaster manufacturers to put in a setting that is too high so that people would burn their toast, meaning that they sell more bread. Mattress firms aren't only holding mattresses, buddy. The idea that genetic services like 23andMe may be selling records to the government and/or insurance companies. There have been cases of criminals being caught with genetic information like this citation needed, so it's not much of a stretch that other agencies could acquire it as well. Car companies killed cheap public transit. They bought up the trolleys and streetcars in major American cities and made them all go out of business, to promote automobile sales. Women's pants pockets are significantly smaller than men's pants pockets to encourage us to buy handbags and purses. Amelia Earhart was taken prisoner by the Japanese. Operation Northwood 1962 is a legitimate declassified CIA operation to blow up military and civilian targets, commit acts of terrorism in the US and blame it on the Cubans to start a war with Cuba. Thankfully President Kennedy rejected it, but it makes you think. There's a conspiracy theory that Flight 93 was shot down by hastily scrambled jet fighters and/or missiles, in the interest of public safety, and that the government made up the relatively wholesome "the passengers decided to fight the hijackers and sacrifice themselves" story to keep up morale. I don't know whether it happened or not, but I can entirely believe it might be true. Rob Gronkowski didn't actually injure his groin after scoring his 69th career touchdown. He just thought it would be funny appropriate. Sometimes I really believe the rumor that Avril Lavigne died in 2003 and was replaced by her double. Other times I think it's complete BS. Depends on the day. Edited because she died in 2003, not 2001. Bigfoot is blurry in real life as is. It was never the camera at fault. That research of thorium as a safer nuclear power source was suppressed in favor of uranium research due to uranium's ability to be weaponized. Edit on my lunch break and see that this kinda blew up. A lot of good information in the comments. I'm not a physicist or an engineer, my field is environmental studies, so safer, cleaner energy is important to me. That being said, I obviously have not researched this topic enough. It just seems to pop up in conspiracy topics, often see YouTube. Looks like a good discussion. I'll have to read through it all after work. All social media platforms are direct result of Patriot Act and are used to keep tabs on everyone. Hence the billions of users. With algorithms to keep you addicted to the constant information and the dopamine-inducing likes. That the government made this post to see if we were onto them. There's an underground PR firm that helps celebrities fake their own death to escape the harshness of the limelight or if they feel like their life is in danger. I.E. Tupac, Biggie, Paul Walker, etc. Michael Jordan's first retirement was actually a suspension by the NBA because of his gambling. There was a dude that invented a car that runs on water. He stated multiple times he would not die from natural causes and that if he dies to investigate it. A year away from putting his cars into mass production he died. Before he died he said that oil companies have threatened his life. I got this info from my dad a couple months ago, but look the dude up, search like water car or whatever. Edit amazing responses from what some people are saying. It might be a little bit of a hyperbole to say water car, but still an amazing